snap. Hey, what's going on to YouTube?
What's up out there, everybody?
This is JVS SEL0320.
It's your boy Joe Johnson.
We are back for a brand new review for the newest episode of Fear the Walking Dead. Tonight we are going to be having another Talking Dead live. Anybody that wants to join in that, definitely tune in. It's going to be 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, so it's always going to be 30 minutes after the show's actually commenced. That gives us a lot of time to do stuff we got to do as far as this review, such as example, and then other things as well. So, what did we think about this episode, Joe? I'll let you talk.
It was a lot of build-up. It's a lot of build-up, man. And there's a lot of dumb decisions. It's a lot of stupid decisions.
It's gonna be completely non-spoiler though.
And lack of communication.
Yes.
It's kind of like the moments in like your horror movie where it's like don't go around that corner, or like I would expect this person to react different, or you know what I'm saying, this is what you should do in this situation. And there's so many bad decisions, like it literally is heart-wrenching. Yeah. Like you cannot I can't believe I'm watching this right now. Like seriously, I'm so mad. I mean, I'm watching the stupidity. I'm mad. I'm literally mad. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like okay. Like this is a horror movie, I get it, or a horror show, I get it. But this is like, no, I am pissed that from the last show, and people being exposed to some things, and it's like they're making stupid decisions, like. At this moment,
they're not hip.
It's like, how dense are you?
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Dense and just oblivious. Like they just go out their way trying to be oblivious sometimes.
Yeah,
but I'm done.
Okay, so the goal of the name of this episode, it was so close but yet so far. That was the named episode. Coming off of the last episode, they realized the drug dealer that was working with Nick. Of course, he got shot by Nick. He came back to life. Mm-hmm. Nick and them, they ran his body over multiple times. They realized that they could not kill him, that he was coming back to life, unless it was a shock trauma to the head. And even then, they didn't realize what was really going on. At the same exact time, you got the daughter. The daughter, I forget her name. I think her name is Alicia. She was going and trying to meet up with her boyfriend, who they could not find the whole day. And that was covered from that point. You realize, like, if the boyfriend not showing up, something's bad is going on. And then on top of that, Travis and his family, he had a miscommunication with trying to get up with them. And that's where this episode starts off. And like Joe said, I'm going to talk about the good things. The good things is, like he said, that there's really great build. There's really points where scenarios that I was thinking that, man, I would love to see this scenario in Walking Dead. I would love to see with like Rick or Lori or Carl, how they would deal with like a crowd full of normal people, not assessing the situation that if they get bit or if they die, that they're gonna turn into something else. You know, like these are scenarios that are really interesting scenarios. You know, even like there's a scenario where you have the main female character, Madison. She's at the school and she's with the young guy Tobias, and he's kind of telling her stuff that's going on. And I'm not gonna tell you the scenario, but they come encounter with something else in the school. It's like, okay, you got a school full of kids and normal co-workers that you normally see, and then all of a sudden you see somebody, they're exhibiting these same signs as this other person that y'all just killed. You know, I mean, you haven't even got off the shock of killing somebody before, granted, but you're hip to the knowledge that it's not something that can just be pushed around. Like, you have to give it blunt trauma, you know? And I mean, that's where it starts to fall short. Like Madison and Travis, they have full realization of what's going on. They not only went past the highway and saw somebody getting shot in the middle of the street, they could not shoot the man to kill him until they hit him in the head. They went and they killed the black guy with Nick. Nick, he has the first encounter. I granted, like his girl or whatever she was, it was like croaked up in the first episode that he had to, you know, run away from. He knew what was gonna hit. And at the same exact time, he saved his parents. Like, he was the one that ran over the drug dealer, you know? And he's still going through withdrawals in the first part of this episode. And, but yet, Travis and Madison feel it's not necessary to tell anybody about what they've gone through. They don't tell anybody. They don't tell the daughter. They don't tell the neighbors. They don't tell anybody. Let alone, like, I mean, even Travis, given his circumstances, he's trying to find his son in this episode. And he's talking to his wife. This is a small spoiler. He's talking to his wife, telling her, like, where's my son? Like, I need to talk to... And she's just arguing with her. He's not like, look, something is going on. I don't know how people are getting infected. I don't know what's the scenario. But I can tell you that once they're infected, they will not die. They will not stop. Like, I mean... For me, if I was in that situation, I was next door, I'd be like, look, y'all need to come here right now. Take your precautions because I don't know what I just saw, but you need to protect your family. I'm looking at, like, now the rehash, the re-encore. I'm looking at all these neighbors that are around in the first part of this episode that they could have told, you know, and what's going to end up happening is they're going to die. Because they're not telling anybody anything. And I mean, that might be good to keep stuff to yourself if it's situational. If it's like you trying to save your resources, you trying to protect your family. But if you have the opportunity of telling somebody the truth or what's going on or your objection of the truth, why not tell them, you know? And I mean, I feel like Nick is the only one that's like knows what's going on, but his drug addiction and his withdrawals are keeping him from really helping anybody. And so, I mean, like Joe said, like, it's good scenarios, it's great set pieces, it's great build-up, even the visuals look great, but the characters are acting so dumb as to how they're dealing with situations. It's unforgivable.
And I mean, even there's a part where not spoiling much, but I mean, there's a part where like. Travis, he's pretty much in a situation where he needs other people to help him. And given the circumstances, I feel like the people who helped him were way too calm. I feel like they were way too calm. Like, I don't see the urgency in these people. And that's what bothers me. And like, everything else would be really good. And will actually make the fear more realistic. But they're not selling me that they're afraid at all. Like, they're way too comfortable.
Well, the problem is, like you said, Joe, you've been spoiled. We've been spoiled. We know what is the situation. We know that at a small glance, this thing could grab you and scratch you and you're gone. These people don't know what's going on. As far as they understand, they might be in a bad neighborhood and might be rioters or protesters or a cop might have killed somebody on the street. For all they know, and which is situational. Something that can easily happen. The Latino family that's in this one, yes, they, in my opinion, they were very calm. But at the same exact time, they kept to themselves. And as far as the situation is concerned, I feel like Travis and Madison should be in panic. And yeah, I see Madison at some point in this episode break down. But like I said, I give this episode... So we can go ahead, because we're about to go ahead and start the spoiler Talking Dead, which I hope y'all join. I give this episode 6.5 out of 10. I did not like this episode because of the stupidity. I want to give it a 7. I might change to a 7. I might, but right now I give it a 6.5. I feel like
I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like I even feel like Latino family, bro. So. I feel like they were too calm, bro.
What rating you give?
Because Travis in the situation, he was like,
we're gonna go into it in spoiler talk.
They need to hear this.
No, I mean we have to start it up.
But I mean, oh my gosh, bro, I don't see the urgency in anybody, bro. I don't see the urgency in nobody.
Well, what's your rating?
This rating for this episode, I have a scale of 1 to 10. Or that's hard. I still have to give it an 8, but those decisions, man. Bro, it could have been a solid 10, and that's what bothers me, bro. It could have been a solid 10. Ooh, it could have been a solid 10.
I'll leave it at a 7. We got to start this up. 10. I'm gone, YouTube. JVS, we out. Sorry this is a panic, but we got to go and start this spoiler talk, so go and choke us out right there. See y'all in a little bit. Deuces.
It could have been a solid 10, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like,